Alright, what's up guys? Bringing you a nice lure tutorial. This one's brought to you by Sugartit Custom Lures and Shane Graham. Thank you so much for sending me this blank, man. So this right here is a knockoff of the Madotachi Hanitas. I guess it's a popular glide bait there. But the cool thing about this is it has this actuated fin here that will actually move to 3 different parts of the water column. So that way, if you're not having any success, then boop, you move it down. Not having any success, go even deeper. Pretty cool idea. I'm really excited about this bait to get it to try it this summer. One of the craziest things about it though is it comes in a package. You get everything here and you have to actually assemble it. So I'll go through the parts that you get in the package and the tools I needed to put it together. So as far as tools go, you'll want to get some different kinds of tweezers here. I got a pack, I believe it was Harbor Freight, super cheap, but you'll want different styles and you're going to want at least 2 pairs for the spring. You're going to also want a pair of flush cutters. Any kind of cutters will work. I like the flush cutters. It'll just be a cleaner deal. And then you're also going to want to get yourself a mini screwdriver. This one I got from Kickerland. It has a whole bunch of little micro bits, but it works really well for me. Alright, here's our package. Let's open it up and see everything we get. The tail doesn't want to come out of there. Alright, there's our little tail. Okay, so obviously you get your bait, the main part of it. Then you get, come on buddy, you get your 2 fins. You'll have a left and a right side. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but there's little arrows that'll tell you which is the front. And the easy way to tell which side it is you want this flat top to be on top and those arrows pointing forward. You will get 1 nail. I can't even pick it up. I don't have fingernails. You'll get 1 nail. This is to hold the tail in place. We'll show you how that works in a little while. You get 2 of these bars. They're threaded on the end and hollow on each side. You'll end up using those to connect the fins together. As long as these 4 little screws, not even going to bother trying to pick them up, but you'll need 2 per side, and then this screw. This screw right here, if I can pick it up, this is the hardest part of this whole bait. If you can get this screw in, you are on easy street. Okay, so now we're going to attempt to do this screw. So in here, it's kind of hard to see, but you have those channels. There's actually a hole in this little one. So there's these 3 channels, and then there's this one right here. This one inside of it has a micro hole. I can't even really show you it on this camera. It's really hard to see, but it's in between each side. So the idea is the screw will sit into this channel, like this recess. You can see it in the mold, and go back, and you can push one of your bars into that cavity so that it'll be spring loaded to go into these channels. So we're going to do this here. All right, so we take our spring here and compressor, get it in the cavity. So we're right there. You can see where our spring is. We're going to put light pressure until we can remove the first set of tweezers. Now we want to slowly do a little bit on each side at a time until the spring, it'll pop into place. You'll hear it, a little click. It's real close. Oh, I just missed it. Oh no, we got it with 1/2. So I'll get this rest of it in there, like so. Kind of went in at an angle, but because we have these tweezers, we were able to get it. So if you look, I can come from the back and push this spring down, and now we can see where all the action from the bait's gonna come. Next up, we take our bar here. We want to get it behind this spring. Sometimes the spring will be too rigid still, so I'll use my tweezers, oops, to get behind it and kind of push it down so that the bar will go behind it there as it's supposed to. There we go. Just like so. Right there. If we can get to that step, you're on easy street. That's a little cumbersome at times, but we did it. Okay. So, now that we're this far, you're going to want to take your screwdriver, and we're going to put one of these screws in here. Now, if you have a magnetic bit or screwdriver of this size, that is going to be your preferred tool. Mine is not magnetic enough to do this, but you just want to go ahead and install her just like so. Tighten it down. Alright, that, I mean, you can kind of see basically how the rest of this is going to go. One trick to make installing this next one easier, I always put it on the bottom right there, so that, well, that ain't going to help if I do it like that. But you want to put it on the bottom there, so that way this bar has a support on two sides instead of just one. So if we get her into that spot, grab our screw. Man, needs some smaller hands. There we go. Got our screw in there, into the bar. Going to tighten it up. Oh, don't throw it around like that. Putting a little too much pressure there. Okay, got her tightened up. One side's done. So we're going to do the same thing. Make sure our flat side's on top. Grab a screw. I like putting these screws in the hole first. Well, if I can. It seems to make this a lot easier for me, at least. So line it up. Tighten it down. Now, these blades obviously are replaceable. You can get some. But for someone like me, I'm just gonna dab a little bit of super glue into this after it's all painted and done. That way I won't have to worry about these screws coming out. That'd be a sad day to lose a wing on the water, and you'd lose all of your bait action. So just keep that in mind when you put them together. You definitely want to paint and clear coat this guy before, so that way when you're installing, you don't run the risk of scratching up your nice paint job. Obviously, I'm just doing this for to show you guys how to do this. So next, when it comes to the tail, you have this spot back here. You obviously just slip her in there, right? In the bottom, there is a hole. Whoops. There's a hole to line up. There's a little hole in the bait. Kind of hard to see. Little hole in the, or tail bait. You know what I mean. Get this guy in there. Line it up as best as you can. Man, his tail's like wanting to stick to me for some reason. Okay, there we go. So you'll take this nail, thread her through. Another spot you might want to use a dab of super glue just to hold it in. And then one last touch I like to do is take and cut this end off and push it in with the tweezers. So let me grab the other one I already did. So that way you get this flush. You don't have a frickin' thing sticking out. And then if your tail does get hammered and come off, you can take a little pin and just push it through and drive that out, because it's really only sticking in this part. So as soon as you clear that, that pin will come out. Easy money, easy replacement. Overall, these baits are cool. I cannot wait to get fishing these things this summer. I'm going to get a couple of them painted up. I'm actually going to give one of these guys away as well. So if you made it this far, make sure to stick into my next video when I get one of these painted up and do some giveaways. I've got a 500 subscriber giveaway. I want to make sure I shout out back to you guys. But really, let's give a shout out to the man that made this all possible, Shane, Sugartit Custom Lures. Thanks again, guys. You know, it's been me. It's been fun. These lures are pretty cool. I can't wait to see them in action this summer. So thanks again. Tight lines.